Okay, we're here with Eugene Partridge and Grant Ridley. These guys have as much experience as anybody on the rocks than I know. How many seasons you've been out land-based game fishing, Eugene?
A lot less than him. About 40, I think.
What about yourself?
I virtually live on the rocks. You live at the area you fish. You live on the rocks. You're always there on the rocks every season.
When did you start?
To start when I was big enough to throw a spinning rod. And then that went into live baiting, where we hooked into the yellowfin and the bluefin back home at Avoca.
Oh, that'd be what, 19 what? 18 what? 19 what?
18.
that was right at the end of the 70s.
Okay,
I got my first bluefin. I just turned 13.
Yeah.
13 in October. I got my first one Christmas Day at Avoca. And I'm still catching them now, and I'm 66. And you just sort of got to get that pull. That strain with them. So, yeah, it's been a good innings, but we're still catching them.
It must have the same with me. I caught mine. I still remember it. It was 5th of December 1977. I caught my first one. And I've been on the rocks for a few years prior to that. So this is my 51st season.
Well, them days, if you hooked a longtail at Avoca, them days, were to get out and a crowd would come around the rocks behind you.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what it was like them days.
Yeah, well, they were a bit harder to get in those days, though, because although they were common fish, there was so much competition between the bonito and the striped tuna and the, rat kingfish and stuff like that. So actually hooking a lanyard big fish was an event.
And also the gear, you had to find the gear to actually do it. There was nothing that was really that good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when we're down to basically in those days the seascape overheads and Mitchell thread lines.
Well, pens come out, small pen reels, and we put the star drag pens to 4.0s. The 6.0s were too big.
Yeah, that's the centers.
A friend of mine had a pen, 4.0, and Marcus Sheaves had the first Polikansky reel.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from South Africa.
Yeah, I had one of them. I had a 4.0.
Yeah. So, fish with Marcus down there and Kevin McHugh. When I was young.
Kevin McHugh, met Kevin.
And learnt a lot off them guys by baiting when I was young. But the funniest thing was wagon school on Fridays, going around the rocks, no one there. You had to wash the kickies out on the big red ledge.
Yeah.
That's the great fun about it in days. And it was a great bunch of guys in days.
Yeah.
Fishing the rocks. The fish, there's so many fish around, you'd have your 10 o'clock run on the bluefin and your 3 o'clock run.
It's a funny thing, it was much the same down the south coast. We used to go for the, 3 p.m. yellowfin coming through down at Jarvis Bay at the Chews.
And it was like clockwork, clockwork, but yellowfin, nearly many as yellowfin as northern bluefin on the rocks.
Yeah. In the old days, yeah, absolutely.
I remember Gary Gordon hooked the first 100-pounder there at Avoca. He had it on for 3.5 hours. Kevin McHugh went home for lunch at Terrigal. He come back with a brand new flying gaff he just made and used it off the rocks to get this yellowfin. And it took 3 of us to carry it back up to Pat Britton's place to weigh it. And the scales weren't big enough anyway.
It's a hell of a fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw an old fella called Charlie Vella get one at Wild Beach one day. That was 102 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was standing up on the cliff up high, and I remember seeing this yellowfin in the water, and the sun was behind us, and it was glistening in the water, just on the top of the waves, just travelling along, and as he's fighting the fish. He ended up getting, as I said, 102 pounds. And the same day, just around the corner at the Ovens, which is, a couple of 100 metres away, Mark Barry Cotter caught his first longtail tuna, bluefin tuna in those days, about a 30 pounder.
So in the mornings, if there was no tuna around, there was plenty of other species like bonito. We used to get a lot of striped tuna off the rocks them days, striped tuna.
They were common.
You had your tailor down at Muggs at Avoca, salmon down there that we went up for the bonito and that. But kingfish, there was a lot of kingies around. You knew when they'd come through, this guy'd hook up and get done. This guy'd hook up, I'd hook up, get done. You couldn't stop them. Kingfish 10 days. There was a lot of fish there. So we had a lot of fun. I
believe you stopped one today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't get past here, can I?
Yeah. Grant got a good fish earlier today, a good kingfish. So, he's still at it. We're still at it and still getting fish after 50-odd years, or in Eugene's case, 40-odd years on the rocks. So what is your best fish, Eugene?
30-kilo cobias and things like that. A few cobia, mainly things like that.
Good mackerel?
The yellowfin are less likely around here.
Yeah, well, you fish the north coast rather than the south. And
being a bit younger, I missed out on that sort of stuff, the south coast stuff. That,
snappers,
Yeah.
Well, them days it was still pretty primitive. We had Rangoon game gaps.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a big failure with them extra big yellowfin. we couldn't get them out.
Yeah.
The gap had just snapped. But my biggest yellowfin was 55 pound them days, 55 pounder for Boca, and yeah, it was a good sized fish. But we got a lot of little ones, little yellowfin.
Best fish on a lure.
On a lure.
On a lure.
The
most memorable fish on a lure.
Long-tailed tuna.
Yeah.
Plenty of long-tail.
Yeah.
Plenty of stories with them walking into Tom Marie. 2 guys packing up. Second throw with a spin rod. Look, the long-tail. Rick Roberts was there.
Mm.
And then we got our Watson's Lit and Benito in there. So we had a bit to carry out that day.
Yeah. That's a big days in there. I remember one time, I think it was 4 or 5 of us, and we got 18 longtails between us in the day.
Yep.
Not a bad day's fishing.
Yep.
Quite a few days like that where you get 3 or 4 each sort of thing. The best fish on a lure for me was a little black marlin. Yeah. Not because it was a marlin, but because of the difficulty of actually reaching the fish, which was effectively sleeping on the surface, and then having it wake up and get inquisitive and follow the lure and teasing it all the way to the rocks to where it ate the lure. That was just, that retrieve was just so memorable. And the result was good because I landed it, but just seeing the fish, making the cast, the retrieve and all, it's something you never forget. It's just brilliant. So.
It's something that's so hard with marlin too, because they just follow and they don't strike so often.
Or if they do strike, they wrap the line or wire around the bill and you don't hook up. But this one was a silly little fish and he ate it.
If you converted 1 in 10 marlin followers, you'd be grinning, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So what is it about the rock fishing that really gets you in? Is it the actual fish or the environment, or I mean, for me, a lot of times it's the guys you meet out there. I mean, I've known you guys for years. Guys like Hobbsy and Cassatari I've known for 50 years, 60 years nearly. So it's
a challenge, and it keeps you fit. It's a challenge. You don't know where that fish is going to go.
Well, I think, you earn those fish.
Around them rocks and that. Half free spool and get them out again. It's a challenge. And once you do gaff it and get it up, you got to carry the fish out.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing is the challenge. The degree of difficulty of actually stopping and landing a fish is just compared to out of a boat or whatever.
In a boat.
Yeah, there's just no comparison. No. And the things you see too from the rocks, because you're a little bit higher, you see,
you do see
the sharks, the whales, the tuna feeding, the marlin along the edge, and all sorts of stuff.
It just seems to mean more, doesn't it?
It does.
It's the rocks themselves too. You know, like you can sort of look at somebody that's got a picture, and you'll know exactly where it is just by the shape of the rocks. We just look at it and you go, oh, that's such and such. It's that place. But you look at a fish caught out of a boat, and it doesn't seem to mean anything, but the same fish caught off the rocks means a lot more.
It does. Yeah, I think it's just that combination of environment and degree of difficulty and the skill set you have to be able to do it, the ability to cast well, to fight a fish or beat a fish, all that sort of thing, all that difficulty, and get it out of the water. It's a challenge.
Great, as you get older, you call it your office. It's a great office to be in.
You're not wrong, mate. Yeah.
Be there and have a live bait out and off it goes.
Yeah.
Good challenge. So,
we see that school coming along, just waiting, like we used to do at Wild Beach back in the 70s. And it takes you back to those days because, I've recently had a trip with Simon Cassatari up north, and we had schools of mackerel tuna, and you see them wheel along, and the anticipation of them getting within range, you put a lure through them and hook up, and it just takes me back to the days of the strikers at Wild Beach when they were around. So
it's fascinating, them early days when you go into school, you're in that group at Avoca, and say 15 years later you meet up with these guys, and they were doing the same thing at Wild Beach as us.
Yep, exactly.
It's like the same thing. We've all been up now, and we've all been mates for a lifetime.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's been a good time, good era, and it's still going.
Yeah, and it'll continue, I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll continue, that's for sure. It still is. Like, you see how many people out in the rocks today, and, slightly different gear.
Yep.
But they're still doing it, and they're still catching fish, and they've got the same enthusiasm as what we had at the same age.
Yeah.
So, it'll continue. And even like that run of yellowfin down south, we don't know, but they've probably been catching a few off the rocks down there too, I'd imagine.
Really. Yeah. Back like the old days.
Yeah.
It keeps you fit. That's what I was getting at. Keeps you going anyway. Keeps you going. You keep moving.
Yep. Yeah. That's for sure.
You'll enjoy it. So, there's no stopping.
No. Thanks for your time, fellas.
All right.
Great. Thanks, Grant.
Eugene? No problem, Glenn. It's great.
We'll talk again later, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yep. Okay, so this is Grant's kingfish from off the stones this morning. This is the sort of thing that we strive for, eh? We live for this sort of thing. So another 97-year-old with a little fish, but he's done well. How many seasons did you say? 50 seasons?
Oh,
55?
51. 55.
55.
I grew up on the rocks.
There you go. I've got 51, mate, so there you go. All right, well done, mate. Congratulations.